Hi everybody, this is your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 13th of January, and today I'm using the beautiful Glastonbury tarot which represents my hometown. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of today and what energy you're working with. Oh, so we have the Four of Staffs, the Four of Rods, then we have the Fool, and then we have the Sun. Wow. So we had the Fool in yesterday's reading as well. So it's really about new beginnings and thinking outside of the box and starting fresh. So first card is the Four of Staffs, and it says homecoming. And the Four of Staffs, they've come through this gateway and they're coming home, literally. It's interesting because usually the gate cards in the tarot represent moving through a gateway into something new. And in this deck, they've kind of reversed that and turned it around and said things are really positive. The Four of Staffs, 1111, represents a celebration, a wedding, a homecoming, things just clicking together, being happy, being connected, loving each other, being supported, and really having the potential to connect with someone else in a meaningful way. So that's something that will help you today. This week has been very productive so far, and there's also been a sense of really taking things a little bit too seriously. So if you're in that mode of, everything is very serious and I have to do everything right, today you have the opportunity to really come home, in a sense, to this feeling of positivity, to have fun, to enjoy yourself, and to start over. The Fool is all about starting over. It's new beginnings. It's the Zero card of the major arcana, so it's before anything happens. It's the conception of an idea. It's the formation of some sort of idea or concept before it even becomes a real thing. So if you have issues today, or if you feel like things are getting a little bit heavy and I just need a break, or I need to laugh and feel good, this is the perfect opportunity to kind of press Control-Alt-Delete and to restart and to reboot the energy. And you can do that at any point in the day. If you have a bad day and, you wake up in the morning and the first thing is you drop your phone and it breaks, and then you try and take a shower and it doesn't work, it's cold water, and then you get dressed and you realize that your clothes aren't ironed and stuff. That kind of thing can set you up for a day which is just like, oh my God, what is happening here? It's like just the energy is against me. What's going on? You can draw a line under that and say, okay, those three things in the morning weren't ideal, but I'm going to start again and I'm going to have a great day now. You can do that over and over and over if you need to. So this is about really being able to reconnect with something that is within you. And I like the fact that they've called this homecoming instead of, usually it's associated with a wedding or a celebration. And, there is no place like home, especially if home is this wonderful, warm, yellow, positive, bright energy where you have this sense of well-being within yourself, and you can achieve that today anytime. So if life gets a little bit difficult and you're out and about and your boss is unpleasant to you, or you've got a pile of paperwork to do, or you feel like, your financial situation is just never going to let up and you're so under pressure, you can take a break from that and just go poof from the kind of demands of your life, and you can go within and just reconnect with that sense of positivity and hope and strength. And that really says to me that it's really important to connect with your higher self today, to just take a moment and, if something happens, to rather than to react immediately and to immediately believe what you're thinking about the situation, to step back from it a little bit and to say, okay, let's go to my happy place internally and see how we can resolve this if we look at it with a sense of enthusiasm and humor and joy and optimism, and try and resolve things that way. Finally, we've got the Holy Grail, which is associated with Glastonbury. This whole area is amazing. I mean, I love living here. I used to come visit Glastonbury several times a year when I still lived up in Manchester, because the first time I visited, I climbed Glastonbury Tor and I had this amazing spiritual experience. So I came and visited, and then when I decided to move, I actually came and lived down here. And there's so much energy concentrated in this area. We've got all the ley lines kind of connecting with the Tor, and we've got a Glastonbury zodiac. Like in the astrology, we've got Aries and Taurus and Gemini. The Tor itself has all of these symbols around it, and it's got its own zodiac. I mean, it's amazing. There's so much energy here. And as soon as I moved here, I felt like I'd received the holy grail of intuition in a sense, because my antennas felt much more powerful and strong, and I was able to tune in much more powerfully and deeply. It just made it much easier for me. So the sun, the holy grail here, is represented really beautifully as this bowl, which means that you have so much richness and so much potential for energy and joy and love, and to really give of yourself on this day, and that happiness is available to you. And that you can tap into that at any time you like during the day, that if things aren't perfect, you can step back from it and come back to this place of peace and energy and well-being and happiness. So the reason I keep saying that, things may not be ideal is because intuitively I get the message that these cards are a response to what's going on in your life at the moment. And what I feel is going on in your life is that you're in a mode that is very, very productive, and that's very demanding of you, and you're taking things seriously, and you're working very hard to make your life better. And it's the beginning of the year. A lot of people are working on their New Year's resolutions, and January in itself can often seem like a very serious month where you have to take stock of what's been going on and where you have to take responsibility and be accountable. And the great thing about this day is that if that gets a little bit too much and things start to pile up on you a little bit, and you feel like, oh my God, where's the fun in my life gone? And it's just work, work, work. And I just seem to just always be keeping my head above water. It's just never enough. Then if you feel that way, all of these cards are saying that you have the ability at any point of that day to stop, to step back, to reevaluate, to get in touch with your higher loving self, and to have access to all of these beautiful, loving, positive, joyous energies which are always within you. So it doesn't matter really what happens on this day. You can put your own stamp on it and really resolve situations with love. And by going to your own happy place, when you then re-engage with the real world, you're bringing a whole different energy to it. And that's going to dissolve difficulties anyway. If you have a difficult situation and you decide to go to war with that situation, I'm going to bulldoze this out of my life, and I'm going to be super aggressive and rude, and I'm just going to push it out of my life. That's one way of dealing with it, but that creates more animosity. But if you decide to take the high road in a natural, joyous, happy way, often situations can be resolved through a smile or a laugh or something positive much more easily than if you're trying to, butt heads with someone and get your own point of view across, or to, bulldoze someone into seeing things from your way. So that's the card's message today. Really just tap into your positive energy. Use that positive energy to spread it out into the world. And that's what's going to get you nearer to this beautiful yellow castle here that seems to be so elusive at the moment, and that seems to be a little bit away from you. And the more positivity you bring into the day, the closer you'll get to having a really positive experience, and you can resolve issues which seem really difficult and harsh and almost impossible to deal with. So you can do it. I support you. The cards support you. All you need to do is give yourself a reminder once in a while to say, remember what it feels like to smile and to laugh. And that's really what's going to help you so much on this day. Number-wise, we've got 4. And 0 and 19 is 23. 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 is freedom in numerology. So you have the freedom to love and to laugh and to enjoy and to really have the best time possible. If you're finding yourself in a situation where it's like, ugh, I'm being ground into the floor here and everything is just overly difficult, then you have the freedom to remove yourself from that situation, to press Control Alt Delete, and to start again. So I hope you have a fabulous day. You really have the potential to have an amazing day here. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my personal readings, I use the tarot and astrology and numerology, and I combine them. So in this reading, I combine numerology and tarot. In the astrology, I combine numerology and astrology in a sense. So if your sun is at 23 degrees, so 2 and 3 being 5, then that I take that meaning on board as well. So I don't know if other astrologers do that, but I do that because it adds a lot of meaning to your chart and the readings. And the chart in itself is a blueprint of your soul. It shows me why you've come back into this lifetime, what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, and I can also look at what's coming up for you in your love life, in your career, in your finances, in your health, spiritual progress, family relationships, and I can answer any questions you may have. So if you're interested in a personal reading, then please do get in touch via my website. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.